Golden State also making some changes. Lee comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Leandro Barbosa. Rose kicks to Butler. Here's McDermott. From deep, Rose. They get it back. Gibson. And the shot is good.
An ideal start to the second half for him. Powering up for the rebound and converting the follow-up shot.
Bulls shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Well, you know, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC. And boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 positions, and he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Curry again. Rose. Clock at 6. Here's Curry with the 3. Rose with the block.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
That one goes. Counter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Timeout called the Warriors. The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. The Warriors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Iguodala, right side. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. But they recover it. Back to Iguodala. Out to the right wing. There's the 3. Another miss by Curry.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
Down low. Here's Thompson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser. He can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well-guarded.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for McDermott. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Curry attacking. Now the pass to Green. Misses from short range. And Steve, with Klay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that 3 off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid, and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
Curry's shot is off.
He just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Taj Gibson, in his 6th season now in the NBA, he's in the prime of his career at 29 years old. Last season, he upped his scoring rate and averaged double digits for the first time in his career.
So for the Bulls, Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. McDermott comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Spates comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And for Gibson, becoming more efficient, more free throw attempts, and a big lead, guys, in his free throw percentage. Steve cracking 70% from the line for the first time.
It was by far his best performance offensively, Kevin. He came into his own in terms of his post play, his aggressiveness. I think he just believed in his own mind and his own heart that he was now a good offensive player. And that's the case, no question.
And the Bulls with possession. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Rose, no good.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Second team foul.
Good if it goes. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's Chicago. They score 11 straight to finish off the period. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. The Bulls leading by 6. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. Heinrich is out there with Etuan Moore. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Chicago making some changes. Saul comes in for Joakim Noah. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And that one's good by Butler. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Barnes. Blocked. Here's Spates. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Lee with the steal. 3-on-3. It's tipped. It's stolen by Heinrich. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Thompson, he's checked in for Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
Thanks again, Doris. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, it's really hard to find a more pure, accurate shooting stroke than Klay Thompson's. I mean, every season over 40% from distance, but he's working to diversify his offensive game. You know, he's posting up and using his ball handling skill to get inside some.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Kirk Heinrich. McDermott's checked in for Etuan Moore. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Brooks.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that with the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, he's been trying to go inside more. And last year, he thought, you know, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career. So that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
He's off on the second.
Well, a tough shot. To Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
Rose, good. Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Barnes. Butler against Thompson. The 3. It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And they'll keep possession. And another fast break chance here for the Bulls. Here we go. And finished off by McDermott.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Rose goes in. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Gibson. And it's Etron Moore checking in for McDermott.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Outside Rose. The 3. Noah dishes to Butler. Hangs home the trifecta. Butler's got the lead up to 10 now for Chicago.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Curry's shot is off.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, going through the motions as it appears. It'll be a nice win here for the Bulls.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. Clark, we talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Jimmy Butler. He was really everywhere, defensively, offensively. The total effort we saw from him, I think, was the difference. He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Warriors, David Lee checked in for Harrison Barnes. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Brooks grabs the board. And it's Moore penetrating from the length of the floor. Offline. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.